My name is Rich Gwyther. I'm responsible for sales at Vodafone of our cloud services into the public sector. And I guess the question many of you would ask and many of our clients ask is, Vodafone and cloud computing, how do they go together? Well, over the next 20 minutes, we'll give you a view of what services and products we can provide to the public sector, and I guess why they're relevant for you. Firstly, I'll cover, I guess, the challenges that we see our clients facing, and many of you will face these challenges. Then I'll pass over to Tom. Tom will talk about a number of our solutions that are relevant, and in particular, flexible computing for government. And finally, I guess the relevance of Vodafone to the public sector, some of the legacy that we have, some of the heritage, and also the new products and services we're providing. When I meet with clients, CIOs, heads of IT, heads of data center, there are a number of challenges that become quite common in those conversations. The challenge, and I guess the reason why, one of the reasons why G-Cloud exists, enabling government bodies to transform quickly, to procure quickly, so they can deliver services, I guess in a way that they've not delivered them historically. But that provides a number of challenges. Does the CIO have the right skill set in his workforce to deliver these new services? Do they have the right technology available? Do they have the right infrastructure? Do they have the right capabilities? All of those challenges are ones that are common to the CIO across government. In particular, I guess in more of the public service arena, they're trying to look at shared services. And whilst technically that can be done quite simply and quite easily, there's often a political challenge between organisations. Yes, we want to provide shared services and we want you to consume. The challenge is that most people want to provide and no one wants to consume from others. So there are a number of dynamics from a technical and a political perspective. And I guess finally the risk of cloud services, the ability of councils, health authorities, to bring together those services in a data center, an infrastructure with capabilities that are there and will be reliable. And I think recent examples such as South Oxfordshire District Council with the arson attack give you, I guess, a timely reminder, what's the contingency that you've got in place should your facilities be under attack or not available due to bad weather. Those challenges exist across all of the public sector, and all of you face those challenges on a regular basis. To deliver against those challenges, you need to have an infrastructure that's capable of being flexible, being available, to have some transparency to make sure that the costs are controlled, that the infrastructure is flexible, and importantly, it's secure. All of those capabilities at some time will challenge the public sector in terms of the delivery. If money was no object, you could deliver all of these simply and straightforwardly. But obviously in the times of austerity, finance is a challenge. Whether you're constrained by OPEX or CAPEX, those issues are common across all of government. Vodafone have invested quite heavily, as Tom will cover in the next 15 minutes or so. We've invested quite heavily in delivering services that are relevant in today's context of cloud for government. In particular, we have a diverse range of infrastructure as a service options that Tom, and I'll now pass over to, will go through in a bit more detail. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. G-Cloud is all about a cloud-first policy, and all of you will be thinking through how you deploy new services to the cloud first. I think the important thing to always recognise is that it's not just the new services that you want to have moving to a cloud-first policy, but what is it that you do around your existing infrastructure? And many of you will be aware there's an awful lot of coverage at the moment in the industry around hybrid solutions. How do you combine new cloud with old existing infrastructure? How do you combine public cloud with private cloud to get that right balance of services and infrastructure for the transition that any IT infrastructure department is having to go through at the moment? What do you do about mission-critical systems? What do you do about non-critical? What do you do about those legacy applications that may not be ready for a transition to a cloud world? So G-Cloud has been fantastic around making available those services from a cloud computing point of view, software, platform, and infrastructure, all as a service. From a Vodafone point of view, we offer a diverse range of hosting services, ranging from co-location, where you may have some legacy infrastructure that you need to control that does not transition to a cloud environment, right the way through to flexible computing for government, which is our newest service and achieved pan-government accreditation last month for IL3 or official. Feels a little bit like the transition from shillings, pounds, shillings and pence over to decimal at the moment, with having to manage multiple accreditation and protected marking regimes as we do that transition. But by pan-government accrediting that flexible computing for government service, we make it very easy for that to then be adopted for official data. But as well as those core services, we have a great UK network capability, private networking, part of the PSN, and again, accredited up to official. We have a data storage portfolio that provides a range of traditional block storage right the way through to file and object storage, as well as data protection services where you need to back up that critical data in the case of a business continuity event or actually just recovery from an IT infrastructure upgrade. And then we have a professional service and service management capability, which is all designed to support you in the adoption to these cloud services and to help you in the transition and the understanding of your existing IT infrastructure and how we can aid you in understanding how you take that existing infrastructure and move it towards that cloud-first policy laid down by G-Cloud. So I'll just spend a few moments now touching on flexible computing for government, which is the newest service that we offer. It's a highly scalable, agile and secure service accredited to hold official or IL3 protectively marked data. It's pan-government accredited both as a G-Cloud service and as a PSN service. It's a shared platform. As part of that shared offering, we provide both managed and unmanaged virtual machine offerings. So in the unmanaged, it allows you to control and manage how you want that infrastructure to be supported with you taking control, or in the case of a managed operating system, us doing that on your behalf and maintaining the operating system patch levels, maintaining availability, maintaining capacity and performance information on your behalf. It's dual site. So where you need to construct a highly available solution, either for recovery time or recovery point objectives, or to protect you from a business continuity or disaster recovery risk, we can offer that service all as part of flexible computing for government. And it is pre-integrated with the PSN. The thing about all cloud services is they're highly reliant on the network. So the fact that we have pre-integrated flexible computing for government as an accredited service, again, makes it easy for you to consume as part of a PSN solution. It's pay as you go, so you only pay for the infrastructure that you use in line with all cloud services. And it's fast provision, so it's automated, allowing the virtual machines to be created within hours. It's highly secure, so we offer end-to-end SLAs across both the security and the performance over the network. And because of the broad portfolio of services that we offer in our data centers, we can combine that with other solutions supporting you in that transition from traditional non-virtualized or dedicated virtualized solutions, combining those with the new world of infrastructure as a service. So think about how you can use this. Think about how you might use it in that complex transition as part of a hybrid solution from traditional hosted models that you might be worrying about in a data center or in a comms room on premise, how you might transition those services out into our data centers, consuming both a combination of co-location, dedicated solutions, and infrastructure as a service. Use it for those new projects. Use it right, though, in the test and development cycle, and then allow you to move that application into production once you move beyond those test and development phases. Try us out for a small infrastructure project, new initiative. All IT organizations have what I call frustrated IT projects. Those projects that traditionally the business case of buying some infrastructure, building a business case over 3 years and trying to make the payback work, where the project economics just haven't supported that. So for those small or frustrated IT projects, think about how you can use this service to get those things up and running. And look and analyze within your organizations, within your departments, where you might have highly flexible workloads, really variable peak usage, fallow usage during particular times of the year. They're great candidates for a flexible flexible service like flexible computing for government. And again, those one-off events really suited for short-term contracting where you need to get something up and running for a very short period of time and then discard it when the solution is done. So that's flexible computing for government, which is one of the components of our kit bag. And it forms part of a life cycle of services that we offer our customers. Starting with professional services. Our sales and consulting teams can work with you to understand your current state, your requirements, help you build the business case for change, create and support you in the design process and building the migration plan that will move you from either an existing infrastructure to infrastructure as a service or an idea blueprint to something that is real. We obviously then can construct and deploy that through the technology solutions that we offer. And then in life, we can support you with the service management that you'll need around that, adhering to ITIL best practice standards around the ITSM that we offer, ensuring that you can have the confidence that your infrastructure is delivering you the ongoing support and availability that you need. And where appropriate, working with you to understand how that needs to adjust so that the cycle then begins again to ensure that we evolve the solution in line with the needs of your departments. And some of you will be aware of what we do as Vodafone, some of you may not be. But we've been supporting public sector for over 20 years across a range of services, traditionally ranging from fixed networking services and mobility solutions, but also with the hosting solutions that we provide in our ListX certified facilities. Many of the solutions that we provide form part of the critical national infrastructure of this country, so we really do understand what it takes to deliver highly secure, highly available, critical solutions to you. We have 8 data centres in the UK, a number of which are certified to ListX, meaning that we can hold and host data up to and including IL4, and in some cases, business impact levels higher than that. And we have an innovation programme across the company where we are investing over £1 billion a year annually here in the UK in evolving the solutions and services that we provide. So many thanks for your time. We have a stand in the main hall which will be manned by a number of the Vodafone team today. So if you do have any questions, please come to us, ask them at the stand, and we'd be more than delighted to help you out. Thank you very much.